To a T is aptly named, as you play a young child who is permanently shaped in a T pose. Getting to their 13th birthday with the help of their dog, who helps them change, assists them in going to the toilet, and a whole host of other activities, they dream of a great storm harming their home until they find themselves back in the relative mundanity of their bed. This is complete with a theme tune about the game that plays multiple times throughout To a T. And this is very intentional. The framing of the game and its looks and humour feel reminiscent of a Saturday morning cartoon. The theme song punctuates narrative arcs and takes on a different form as you play. In the same sense, there's a closing theme sung by Rebecca Sugar of Steven Universe and Adventure Time fame. This is a very fitting choice for a number of reasons, just one of which being their soft-spoken, pretty vocals accompanied by a choir and horns make for a very relaxed stoppage in the story. The gameplay hook is that all these little activities you do day to day, like washing your face and brushing your teeth, become a much more active process of leveraging our character's arms to the right position, sometimes with the help of our dog. It's not nearly as involved and messy as the likes of Quap or Octodad, but it feels like it springs from a similarly tactile school of thought. And it being your 13th birthday is such a sweet and succinct way to explain the tutorial process. You start off with all these manual decisions, but eventually your mother says, well, they're your responsibility now. If you forget to wash your face, you will just have to deal with having sleep around your eyes in cutscenes, and you being a child are fittingly kind of messy. It's a very unifying concept between the character you play and the bullies who make fun of you for your T-shaped arms. You're all just kind of gross kids. There's a great sense of comedy to the mechanics of the game. Rather than giving you a single button prompt, you can press and unpress them in the middle of most actions, which means I repeatedly got a laugh out of rinsing my mouth while looking directly at the dog or never quite grabbing items I was going for. The game moves quickly from these manual movements to teaching you to spin for traversal or use your unique shape to your advantage, and this touches on kind of the whole point of the game. The theme song shouts "You are the perfect shape" at our character as they stumble through, exploring their worries out loud. The world tries to be accommodating of our characters with special spoons and taps wired up by their mum, but the bullies and trials of everyday life prove to be a challenge that the theme song doesn't really acknowledge. There's likely room to analyse To a T through the lens of disability and the oddly eugenicist adjacent language that some use to comfort those with disabilities, but I also think going too deep into that may not fit what I'm going for in this video. However, I will delve a little bit to enunciate a critique I have for the game. To a T goes a long way to explain how different bodies can come with different advantages, and our main character finds a place that works for them specifically. However, there's this fantastical approach to explaining why they are the way they are, and this ends up in the narrative feeling stronger, but the theming feeling weaker.